Tomorrow on 1st August, one of the very important union in insurance sector, General Insurance Employees All India Association, is completing its 49 years and entering into its Golden Jubilee celebration year. My greetings to all the leaders, activists and members of this union. And on this occasion, I want to pay my homage to all those leaders who were founders of this union and who struggled relentlessly to achieve good working conditions for its workforce, as well as taking this sector to new heights after getting and achieving nationalization in the services of Indian people and in the nation building process. I am just naming a few of them to pay my homage to them. They are KSB Pillai, Madan Mohan, J.C. Kothare, P.P. Ravindranath, V. Shri Kumar, V.M. Sundaram, V.R.D. Deshpande. My homage to them. Then some of the leaders are still around who played their important role in taking this union to new heights. Now they are living retired life, but definitely they are guiding and inspiring the present leadership of this union. I want to salute them also today. M.S. Upadhyay, Umed Singh, N.P. Upadhyay and K.S. Savan, just to name a few. So I would want to talk the kind of challenges which general insurance sector is facing and our unions who are meeting this challenge through their struggles. You, the members, activists, leaders, are dealing with that situation, but actually I want to address through you the citizens of this country, how the public sector is under attack by present regime. And from several years we are facing these problems, but we are under severe attack at present. I would come to that, but first of all I want to remember two important personalities in our national life. Munshi Premchand, a great writer in Hindi, a poet, who wrote about the extreme exploitation of common masses, the farmers, the workers, the common citizens. Through his writings, he raised the consciousness of the people to take up their cause. His writings inspired people to challenge the foreign rule, the British rule in our country. He was founder, president of Progressive Writers Association also. And his writings till today are relevant and much to be learned from his writings. I pay my salute to him. I also remember Udham Singh, whose 80th martyrdom day is there. Whereas Munshi Premchand was born on 31st July, it is his 140th birth anniversary. On the other hand side, Udham Singh was martyrdom on 31st July, and 80 years since then have elapsed. He was a youngster when in Jallianwala Bagh, General Dyer ordered firing on innocent people who had gathered there on Baisakhi Day. Several hundreds of them died in front of the eyes of Udham Singh. And this youngster had a fire in him and he wanted to take revenge of the murders, cold murders of Indian citizens. With a mission he went to UK, and then on 31st July, after completion his mission, he was jailed and then given death sentence, and he was martyred on this day. I pay my homage to him. Now I come to general insurance. There were 106 private companies. They were fleecing Indian citizens. They were only earning huge profits for themselves. No nation building, no care of Indian citizens, and no care of the workforce of the sector itself. So after formation of union, the union leaders waged struggles, agitations, and they achieved job security for the workers. Wage revision regular system was evolved. Then promotion policy was achieved. Gratuity, provident fund and pension were achieved. Also, for the benefit of workers, a provident fund trust was made, welfare societies were created. This all was great help to the workforce. So this middle class which got created after public sector formation, they played important role in the lives of our people. The second benefit was that after nationalization of these companies into 4 companies, they provided services and benefits to the policyholders. And GIC was available for the national development process also. The funds were available for that purpose also. So great role played by our union in achieving that nationalization, which became so important in the lives of our people and in the whole process of nation building. The 4 companies created were National Insurance, Oriental Insurance, New India Insurance and United India Insurance. And 13 May 1971, this nationalization was achieved. Then computerization was introduced in 1986 and our union welcomed it to the benefit of our workforce as well as to the benefit of the policyholders, the beneficiaries, and in the process to strengthen the public sector in insurance. This sector was very important and very strong. It had 100% share value in the market. But when neoliberal policies were introduced in 1991, the attacks started happening on the public sector, and this finance sector, the banks and insurance, LIC, GIC, were also sought to be denationalized. But all our unions in the finance sector fought, and all other public sector unions and the central trade unions supported the whole public sector of service, production, manufacturing, all sectors. And the result was that we could halt the denationalization process. But in 2000, when NDA came into power and Atal Bihari Vajpayee ji was heading that government, at that time private sector was introduced into this insurance sector once again. It was 100% private, it was made into public sector, and it was doing good for the workforce, it was doing very good for the Indian people, it was helping the national development process. But the older NDA government, now the present NDA government is sitting, that NDA government introduced 26% foreign direct investment. Naturally, the value in the market also started getting reduced. And the government saw to it that the business of this public sector is taken away from it and private sector is introduced into it. And the clear example is, if I give you only one example from railways, how the business was shifted to the private companies. I remember when I have been doing my online tickets, when I do not want that policy for accident coverage, forcibly, you can't complete the process of getting your ticket until you pay that money. And whom that money is going? Not to our public sector insurance. That has been shifted to the private sector, so that private sector company, through all the passengers who will book online, that money will go forcibly accident in the name of accident coverage. So the conscious efforts were done by the governments to weaken our public sector in insurance or otherwise the other public sector. So GIC was also under attack, and all this was going on with dictates of IMF, World Bank, when they were saying do the structural adjustments. That is what they were saying. SAP it was called. SAP, Structural Adjustment Programs. Under that program, the efforts were being made. As I told you that after the governments themselves started playing their role in weakening the public sector, in general insurance sector also we found that by 2019-2020, now the market shares which used to be 100%, now that market share for GIC, general insurance, has come down to 38.6% only. So you can see the damage. In 2015, our 1972 Act was also changed. Some amendments were brought. And then those amendments were actually how to help the private sector and how to increase the cap of FDI, which was up to 26%. In 2018, we find the government proposes that the 3 companies out of these 4 should be merged. Our unions from 2000 were saying, when you want our public sector to have a competition, then you make our 4 sectors into 4 companies into 1 company to meet the challenge. But the government did not pay any heed. But then suddenly, out of 4, 3 companies, they announced in 2018 they will be merging. And first time after nationalization, 2,500 crore rupees were induced. So naturally there were doubts that these are to help the private sector and not to strengthen our public sector. So these doubts were there. And then the budget came for 2020-2021. And in that budget, the finance minister introduced 6,950 crore rupees will be spent. But simultaneously, they also introduced that foreign reinsurers will be to India. That is the cap of 26% to be raised to 49%. So FDI cap gets raised. Their fund is announced instead of 3 companies, and then 100% FDI is to come for foreign reinsurers. It is naturally a damage to our own public sector, but that is how this government thinks. But suddenly in this COVID-19, they have taken a U-turn and they declared, no, we are not merging these companies. And when announcing not merging this company, that amount of 6,900 crore something has been cut down to 50%. Now they are saying only 3,475 crore will be spent by the government and no merger of these 3 companies. So our demand was merge all the 4, but they said no, even these 3 will not be merged. And you can see the situation. Banks have been opposing merger. The government forcibly started merger. And here the unions were asking for companies to be made 1 company, merge it, and the government said no. In both, the objective is to weaken the public sector. There through merger and hereby refusing merger. So we understand that the government itself is weakening public sector one after another, and today I am talking about insurance sector. So in such a situation, I also want to bring to your notice that in last 10 years, our workforce in the general insurance has been reduced by 1/16, whereas number of offices are doubled. And in these 10 years, the premium by the insurance companies has been raised 3 times. So premium is 3 times now. Number of offices is double in these 10 years. But the workforce has been reduced. No recruitments happening. Now in such a situation, our unions are fighting against this FDI cap, which has been raised from 26% to 49%. And share disinvestment is being forced on the companies. Our New India Insurance company put in 14.56% into this share public offering. And we know that that is the money in stock market, and our public sector insurance, their value in the share market has gone down. All this is very calculated, vicious move of Government of India, especially the present regime is forcing these policies on all public sectors in a big way. So naturally employees are protesting. I had congratulated our unions of insurance sector also when they went into strike on 8th January 2020 when we challenged this government on their privatization policies. And also on 3rd July during this COVID-19 period, your union has come forward in the solidarity action by the central trade unions on this whole labor law changes questions and attack on public sector and unhindered 100% FDI in several of our public sector. All these issues, your union also was there, part of 3rd July. And I'm very sure in the coming days, in the 9th August program for Save India Day, on this Quit India Movement Day, then 18th August Solidarity with Coal Strike, definitely your union will be coming forward and participating into that. I know that you people initiated a letter to Finance Minister and then you have signature campaign. I would also appeal all the members of insurance sector, see to it that the quota is completed and it is over fulfilled, and we ask the Indian citizens also to come forward because it is they who will be great losers. They were losers before nationalization, they will again be losers if the nationalization is attacked and is denationalization happens. Your signature campaign, your theme of your Golden Jubilee celebration inaugural function is also Save Public Sector, Save Indian Economy. Very true. And that's why I came to greet all of you. You are very important and significant part of the trade union movement today. I am definitely sure AITUC has always been with you. The other central trade union organizations also are extending support to the service sector in their struggle, to the manufacturing sector in their struggle. Whole of public sector, we are extending our support to them, and the public sector is siding with the central trade union organizations in this battle, in this struggle. The government is bent upon finishing off and killing our public sector. We should know it very clearly. There is no doubt about it. One after another step, and now they are using this COVID-19 period. They think people will not oppose, people will not agitate. They can do anything with Indian economy. And also, not only that, they are using this opportunity to crush our trade union rights, to change our labor laws, making draconian changes in them, pushing us back to the British era. This is what this government intends to. Talks of 70 years, nothing has been done and all. Rather, I should say, whatever we achieved in this country, this government wants to roll back everything. So in 70 years, we didn't see this kind of a government which is there to kill its own sector itself. That's why on this occasion I greet you all this Golden Jubilee year, beginning of this union, and I also say go ahead, put up your battle, put up your struggle. We are with you. My namaskar, my salam, my sat sri akal, and my jai hind to all of you.